Hello and welcome back to the Motorhome review channel. In today's video I'm going to be giving you an overview of the Pilote low profile semi-integrated range. Now Pilote are a French manufacturer and this is their semi-integrated Pacific range. Now let's go through those all important facts and figures and find out more about the range. Now when you look at the range you'll see the letter P in front of it, and that symbolises the Pacific. There's actually 16 different layouts within the range. 12 of those are within the Expression trim and 4 of those are Evidence trim. We're going to be looking at both those trims today and I'm going to be showing you 4 different models. We're going to start here on Expression. Now Expression is the lower trim level. Prices start at around £75,000, and in terms of size the Pacific semi-integrated range starts with models from 6.2 metres long up to 7 metres and 45 centimetres long, the ones we're going to be looking at today. So let's find out what we need to know. So first of all, I'm going to be showing you the P740FC. Now all of these are based on Fiat. They'll come with a 2.2 litre diesel engine, 140 horsepower as standard and a manual transmission as standard on the Expression models, and they're the ones we're going to look at first. This is the 740C. Now whilst it's based on the Fiat with the cab, the standard cab on Expression is white. This shown here at Cosford, where I'm filming today, is shown in the optional black cab, and that's an option of £880. So you've got the choice of the white or the black cab. You can also add automatic transmission if you want. Let's talk about size. Now this one, as I say, is the 740. This is one of the longest models available. It's 7 metres and 45 centimetres long. It's 2 metres and 30 centimetres wide, and it's 2 metres and 85 in height. Now Expression, the good news is all these motorhomes are available in 3.5 tonnes, 3,500 kilos, so you can drive them on your car licence. This particular one, the C layout, is going to give you a payload of around 520 kilos, so that's particularly good. You can uprate the weight if you want. If you have the C1 category on your licence, you can have this as a 3.65 tonne motorhome, or you can opt for the heavy chassis. There is a 4.4 tonne heavy chassis available, or you can actually downrate that to 4.25 tonnes. So there's lots of options around weight. So let's make a start and have a look. So they're all based with the Fiat Ducato cab, the Pilote logo there. Up at the front on the cab, the sunroof and the Pilote logo. Now as I say, they start at 75,000. This one at Cosford has got a few extras as well, and I'll point out those as we go. So let's talk about the offside. I've already told you this one has got the black cab. Now you won't get a standard solar panels or lithium batteries. However, you can add a solar panel and lithium for around £1,100 if you want to do that. This one here is demonstrated with the 2-lay awning. That isn't standard on Expression, but it is standard on Evidence, and I'll show you that as we go along. Here are our graphics or decals on the 740C. We see the black, the red, and then the lighter silver pattern. Because it is a European motorhome, the habitation door is here on our offside. You will get an electric stepper standard and a grey waste dump point here. The vents for the fridge freezer, which I'll talk about more inside, our toilet cassette point and the water filling point. All these models you're going to get 130 litres of fresh water and 95 litre grey waste tank, so good tanks on board. And then you'll be pleased to see a garage. Now let's dive in and take a look at the garage on the P740C. So this one has an island bed. The C is the island bed. So because of that, the garage height isn't as high as the GJ models, which we'll take a look at soon. But in here, on the Pilote low profile range, you'll get this nice wood effect flooring. There is an external shower fitted here, a plug socket, a light, and a vent, part of the air-blown heating system. Again, there's some options on that as well that I'll talk about. Right, let's move around the rear. So the back of the 740C, this one here fitted with the rear view camera, the Pilote badge, and then these nice LED lights here, along with the black bumper strip as well. On the near side, On all the Pilote range in the semi-integrated low profile, you'll get the garage door on each side. And then we come down, we can see again our graphics. Now I've mentioned expression and evidence. This one being expression, it is actually named up there so you can identify the models if you're going to have a look for yourself. Under here are electric hookup points, so when you're on site, plug in there. You'll see the Fiat alloy wheels as well. And then under here, storage for two 13-kilo gas bottles. Now there's a couple of bits stored under there at the moment, but this is where you'll be able to store two 13-kilo gas cylinders. And one thing I like is there's a tab here and a little receiver here, so you can pin the door back. You're not having to hold it up yourself. Another excellent feature is this slide out drawer. I really like these on the Pilotes. Now this will take a weight of up to 70 kilos, and under here you have this wet locker. It does have a hole as well, so if you put wet equipment in there, such as your hose pipe, if you just filled your water tanks, the water can drain out. So this is a fabulous feature. And then the vent here for the air blown heating. As standard, depending on the model, you're going to get either the Truma 4 or the Truma 6 air blown heating. This one, the longer ones, have the Truma 6 air blown heating, so that's there. And then coming along, continuing with the cab, and then we have our diesel filler as well. Right, let's go inside and take a look at the interior and the layout. So this one being the 740C island bed. So if I open the door, again, there's a nice catch as well, so the door is going to stay open even in winds. You will get the concertina blind for privacy, and then two small storage areas. The two-lay step, the buttons here, I'll deploy that, stand well back, and in we go. Now, on the C layout, we're very soon, when we go on to evidence, going to see an FC layout, and the difference being this lounge area. So on 740C expression, this is our lounge area. We have this beautiful L-shaped seating here and a good sized bench seat, and then our captain's chairs, which do swivel round. Now there's a choice of fabrics as well, so you can customise your Pilote how you wish. One thing I like with the seats, we've got the Pilote embossed here, and then we've also got the fabric on the armrests as well. Now this one at Cosford has been fitted with automatic transmission. You will get the Fiat digital dash and the multifunctional steering wheel, the Pioneer system, and there are some USB charging points. Nice sunroof above me. That does have a blind as well, so you don't have to worry if it's a warm day, you can close that down. There's also a couple of little lights just above me as well. They're a touch to operate. Turning round into this lounge area. So this is lovely. We've got the L-shaped seating. Now these motorhomes come standard as a 2-berth with the 4 travel seats, or you can opt for a 4-berth. The entire range ranges from 2 to 6 berths with 4 to 5 travel seats. So you can customise your Pilote depending on how many people are going to be travelling, and I'll go into that soon. So this is the lounge shape on the C. The table, now the good thing with this, it is the half table, so you can fold it out when you need it. It does slide around as well, and then when you don't want all the space, you can fold it back. The colour scheme on expression is the light wood, complemented by the white cabinets. I'm just going to step down. Now stepping down, the floor scheme. So expression has the light coloured wood, as we can see. There's also a vent there, part of the air blown heating, and a small amount of storage under the bench seat. This one is a 4-berth. It has an electrically operated drop-down bed, which is above me. This is 2 metres long and 135 centimetres wide. If you don't want this as the 4-berth, then this bed would be removed and you'd have more head height. You'll have up to 2 metres and 13 centimetres in headroom, which that's a lot of headroom. So with the drop-down bed, the solid ceiling with the lighting in it, and then underneath there is small amount of storage on this side and also on the off side. Now, if you have the non-drop down bed, you'll have larger cabinet space here. Close those and we'll continue on our way. LED lighting running under there. The wall board is a solid board in a grey finish, blinds and fly screens and these nets. Now, one thing I do like, if I just move over to this side, is you will notice that the blinds are the concertina style. So we don't have the standard plastic finish, nice concertina. And I know a lot of people prefer that as well. Now, in terms of layout, as I said, this is the C, which has got the L shape. The FC, which we'll look at shortly, has facing bench seats. So that might be another option for you. Coming through the door, you will get the fly screen, and there's also the control panel for the Pilote here. I'll now move over here onto the near side. So the kitchen space, a good amount of worktop space here. We have the slate effect backboard, plugs, and there's USB and USB Type-C charging points as well. Within the kitchen, we've got this white surface here. Open this up, and a good sized cabinet here. It is quite high up there, so if you're small like me, don't put too many items up there. Coming down, I really like the wood effect finish. This is really popular for 2026. It's on a lot of motorhomes now, and I think it just adds something a little bit extra. Couple of hooks for tea towels and oven gloves, and then coming along, 2 gas burners. There's no electric hot plate. Again, that's very standard on a European motorhome, but a fabulous amount of worktop space here. And if I take this out, this is our sink cover, and then the rectangular sink with matte black tap. On the wall, couple of little shelves for bits and pieces, and then we come down here. So let's start with our drawer. So to open these, they've got a little clasp, pull that in, slide it out. Cutlery tray, slide it back in, they are soft close. And then in this one, we have got the bin and then other storage compartments as well. And then closing that up. And then underneath, there's the Thetford oven and grill. The oven is standard on the UK models because they know that we like our ovens and grills. So oven and grill there, running off the gas. And underneath, a drawer there as well. Now coming over to the offside. As I come over, we'll look up and there is a good sized sunroof here. Again, this does open and it has a blind and a fly screen. And then we come to this bank here. So first of all, we have in this cupboard storage on the shelf, and then we have a television bracket. The plug socket for that is in the far corner. So when you're in the lounge, you've got your television, which you're going to be able to slide out, and it's going to be viewable from here. The control for the Truma air-blown heating and hot water, and then the control panel for the electric drop-down bed. Coming down, we then have a huge Thetford tower fridge and freezer. This is absorption. When you're on electric hookup, it's going to run off the electric hookup. When you're off-grid, it's going to run off the gas. Now, there is an option to have this as a compressor fridge if you want, but you have to spec that at the factory. Compressor will only run off the 12-volt system of the motorhome. So we have a separate freezer compartment and then a huge fridge. I've got this particular one in my motorhome and I absolutely love it. So tower, fridge and freezer. And then under here, we just have another little bit of storage space. It's a fairly shallow depth on that drawer space. Right, let's move on. So next I'm taking a step upwards and we're going to come to our washroom. Now, there is a door here, again in this wood finish. I'll just close that so you can see that closed. That's going to separate the mid-section of the motorhome to the rear section. On the near side, we have our shower cubicle. This is a good size. We'll start up here. There is a sunroof, it does open. There is a rail here for hanging our wet towels, lighting in there, and then this backboard. Now this actually does have a stone effect finish. Whether you can see that on the camera, I don't know, but it's a stone effect, so it's not plain white. Then we have the black backboard where you can put shower gels, and then a chrome shower. So it doesn't actually match the sink. We have got that difference. The shower screen in the matte black, and it does have a frosting to it so people can't see in. I'll just step into the shower so it'll give you an idea of the space. So in I am, and you can see the headroom and the space around me. So that's our shower. We'll do the bedroom next, and then we'll look at the washroom as we come back round. So the C has the central island bed. The bed is on the backboard of the motorhome there. This is a fabulous size island bed. It's 150 centimetres wide and it's 190 centimetres long. This is a proper good size island bed. At the back, the wood finish. I like how it isn't just plain walls in here and it wraps round. You may be able to see here the curvature as well. So there's no sharp angles. It's nicely wrapping around you. The grey fabric headboard, and then above the bed there is storage as well. So I'll open this. You've got two fabulous sized storage lockers, and again the wood running through. So although this motorhome starts at 75,000, it's actually got a more premium feel in my opinion. So lovely to see, and loads of room in there. Coming down, we have Pioneer speakers at the back, these little downlighters as well, as you can see, and then compartments. There's one on each side to put your gadgets or a cup of tea. There's a plug socket on that side, and on this side there's a charging point there as well. Brilliant. Now the wardrobes. So these pull open. Again, good amount of space, full height there. Chrome bar for hanging, and then coming down you can see the storage in there. Another benefit is you also then have a shelf somewhere to put items on this side and also on that opposite side, so you both benefit from that. Now the windows, you have these nets. I've pulled them too, so let's open them up. We've got the grey wall panelling again, and then our window again that opens, a blind and fly screen. And again, it's the concertina style. Moving around, as well as having the door which separated that area, there's a privacy screen as well. So if you are using it as a four-berther, you've got this door closed, you can pull the screen while you're using the facilities. Let's talk about storage under the bed as well. Before we go in the washroom, there is a nice amount of storage under this island bed. There's two pull-out drawers, one here and one here. Again, there's a little lip underneath there, and there we go. And then under the bed itself, if I just lift the mattress up, the memory foam mattress, fabulous. There's storage compartments here, which again, you can lift this up. More storage here, and those are the drawers that we could see there. So excellent. Right, let me open the washroom door and we'll have a look at this. Now, there's always a compromise. This to me is really the only compromise I've found, and I'll talk about that in a minute. So first of all, Thetford swivel toilet. Again, you can move that to where you want. Always check you can close your door. A little shelf unit there behind it. But in here, well, this is fabulous. Open this, what do we have? The elastic bands that you know I always enthuse about. They'll keep your toiletries in place. When you arrive on site, they won't all fall out. And again, the cabinet, it's got the wood trim behind it. So that's a big yes. Coming along, LED lighting, a small mirror, a shelf, fruit bowl sink. We're now back to the chrome tap again, same as in the shower, but doesn't match the kitchen. Some space around here. Then if I open this, pull this open, the shelving's fabulous. Toilet roll holder, and what you do is you'll feed your toilet roll through this little letterbox, as I call it. Excellent. The only thing, oh, and there's some hooks here as well. The only thing I feel a little bit let down by is this panelling here. This is the compromise here. We've had the beautiful wood, the stone effect, the slate effect, finishes on all the walls, and as soon as you open your washroom door, you just see this panelling. There is, though, a little squidgy there, so when you open your cabinet door, it's not going to hit on the wall, so that's nicely thought out. But yeah, I'd just like to have seen something there. But then here again, we've then got another bar for towels as well, so brilliant. And you get a lock. I'll try not to lock Jules and I in here. Right, let me close that. So that is the 740C Expression. Fabulous bedroom space, shower, kitchen, lots of room, lovely lounge, light and bright. Let's move on and take a look at a couple more of the layouts. Now, because these are all the same dimensions, these motorhomes, we're not going to go all the way around them. I don't think we need to see that. We need to see the layouts. So this one, this is the P740GJ. This is a longitudinal or single bed layout. This again on Expression, starting at around 75,000. It has got here at Cosford the optional black cab and the wind out awning as well. You will get that electric step. I am going to show you the garage on this though, because as I mentioned, with longitudinal beds, you get more garage height, and that can be important if you have bikes or higher equipment. And you can see what a fabulous space this is. Now again, on the GJ, it's exactly the same as before. You can add lithium, you can add a solar panel. These are all things that you can add on Expression. Water tank, it's still got the same 130 litre tank, 95 waste, Truma air blown heating. Let's go and have a look at this layout. Now GJ has exactly the same layout at the front. We've still got the same L shape. I personally really like an L shape. Some people prefer the dinette facing seats, which we are going to see, but that's one of my favourites. Kitchen, again, lovely size, and the tower fridge and freezer. Now I'm going to step back. Here we still have our shower on the near side and our washroom on the off side. The difference being though, as we come into here, the bedroom. This is longitudinal beds, also known as single beds or twin beds. These are an excellent size. The longest one is here on the near side, 200 centimetres long, 80 centimetres wide. This one here on the off side, 194 centimetres long and 80 centimetres wide. So still excellent sizes. And what you can do, there is a cushion that you can put in the centre here and make this a larger double bed. I'll just slide this out for us. It slides out. There's a ladder that will affix on here so you can climb up, and so you can use it as a huge double as well. There's cushions that come with it for that. Slide it back in. Now in this one, as standard, you'll get the steps here to climb up when you've got it in single bed mode. You can see just under there, climbing up, little bit of a storage gap under there, place to put your feet if you've got big feet as you climb up. The wooden backboard back here, and again, that curvature, we can see the curve in the back wall. That's really nice as well. If you're wondering about charging gadgets, there's a plug socket so you can charge on that side. And then if I just come up here, on this side, there is a charging point here, which is USB and USB Type-C, and we've got our downlighters. On this one, because we haven't got the wardrobe space next to the beds, we've got cupboards. So this is the GJ layout. So lots of cupboard space here. Still get a small sunroof, and under the beds, there's some storage as well, which I'll show you here. So under each bed, there's a little latch. You just pull that towards the front of the motorhome. Huge, huge storage compartment under there. And under this one, the same again. There we go. That's the ladder there for the climbing up onto this bed. And you can also use a ladder to get onto the drop down bed as well. This one available in 2 berths or 4 berths. And this one's got the 4 berth with the electric drop down bed. So that is the 740C and 740GJ Expression. There's other layouts and they start at 6 metres, 20 centimetres. So I'm going to put a link so you can check out all those models. What we'll do now is we'll move on to evidence. So we'll start on the 740FC. So the F is going to reflect a change in the lounge, which we'll see, and the C is the island bed. Now evidence is the next step up. This is the premium trim on the Pilote semi-integrated. Prices start at just under £83,000. You will get the black cab as standard. It's still on Fiat, 2.2 litre engine, 140 horsepower, but you will get automatic transmission as standard, 2 100-watt solar panels and lithium battery as standard. You can add an inverter as well, that's an optional extra. So that's what you're going to get as standard. And I think really, if you're in between the two, with the Expression and the evidence, then the change in the colours that we'll see in here may be the one that makes that decision for you. So exactly the same on here, the same size water tanks. The only difference with this is, instead of the Truma 4 or Truma 6, you're going to get the Truma DE, which is the diesel and electric version. So when you're off-grid, it's going to run off diesel, and then when you're on hookup, you can plug it into the electric. So that's a difference with the heating. Let's go and see the FC. Now, I've already told you that there is a change in upholstery and cabinet colours. Before we saw the white cabinets in Expression. On Evidence, we have the wood trim. We'll see more as we go through. And then on this one, we have got the white or cream leather still, and then the grey fabric. And one thing you'll notice just over here is little finishes like this, because Pilote is a French manufacturer, and then we've got a little French flag just attached there on the seating. Now the F symbolises this facing dinette style, and we can see that here. This again is available in 2 berths or 4 berths, and it has the 4 travel seats. If we look up, you'll see this one here at Cosford is a 2-berth model. There's no drop-down bed. So if you're a couple and you're not sure whether you want that drop-down bed, this is what the ceiling is going to look like without the drop-down. Personally, if it was just for a couple, I would go like this. It gives you more light from your sunroof and more headroom. So this is our lounge facing towards each other. Again, we have the table that folds out. It does move about as well, so you can get around it more easily. The nice wood effect. And then on Evidence, if we just go downwards, again, we can see we still have the light wood flooring. And then we'll come along and we'll have a look in some of the cupboards. Now in these, we have the grey wallboard as we saw before. You can see that back there. Again, if you are smaller, just be mindful about where you're going to be able to reach. And then we'll come into the kitchen space. So on Evidence, there's still the plug and the USB charging points, but instead of the slate, we've got more of a white stone effect on there, and then the wood through here. This is beautiful. It is a lovely kitchen. You're still going to get your oven and grill, and then your bank of drawers. On these, we have the grey finish, still with the cutlery tray as well. Over on the off side, there is a difference with the Thetford Tower fridge and freezer. So before we saw absorption, and I told you that compressor was an option. Compressor is standard on the Evidence range. So this is only going to run through the 12-volt system. This is your fridge. And then if I pull this out, that's your slide out freezer. So that's what you're going to get as standard on the Evidence range. Let's move further back. So coming back, shower here still on the near side. It's got the stone effect and that black finish. And then into the bedroom, we still have the same size island bed, 190 long, 150 wide. And back here, we now have the wood surrounding the grey wallboard running down, the speakers, the lights. You will get the plug socket and the USB charger as well, obviously on Evidence. The grey walls as well. And then our ceiling coming through, it's the white finish on the ceiling. And this one still has the same privacy screen as well as we saw on the 740C. So the differences on the FC Evidence is some of the equipment and this interior finish. Now opening up into the washroom, again on the off side. So the fruit bowl sink, tap, we've got the same storage. I'll just open this for us again. There we go. And then our storage cupboard. Unfortunately, again, the wall's still white in this one. I think definitely for Evidence, I would have just liked to have seen the wooden trim continued on that panel. Maybe everyone won't, that's just me personally. So that's Evidence. The difference in the fabrics, the wood, the equipment. Let's go and see another layout, and this is our last one. So if we get out of the FC, now FC, that one again available as well on 3.5 tons, 3,500 kilos. Next we're going to come to our second Evidence. So again, that top line of equipment, and this is the FGJ. We've already seen GJ on Evidence. Let's go have a look at the FGJ on Expression. Let's go see it on the Evidence. So the difference with this one again, the F, we have the bench seats facing each other instead. Now this one here is the 2-berth as well, so they haven't fitted the drop-down bed on this one here at Cosford, so we can see the head space. And what we're also going to get here once you've come inside is a change to the location of the television bracket, because that's now situated here. And as you can see, you can slide that up and down, so you can change the height on there. This being Evidence, we've got this wood effect. And what I like is thought like this. We've seen curvature in the bedroom, but there's curvature here on the furniture, so it's rounding it off nicely. Our kitchen again as we come through, so the difference being that layout on the front dining room. And then back into the bedroom area, so FGJ, again longitudinal beds for if you prefer this style. These are still the same, 200 centimetres by 80 and 194 by 80, or you can make it into that big double. And in here now on Evidence, we've got the grey finish, and that continues on the front and the back of the door. The wood effect into the wardrobe space under the bed. The curvature going round and the wood effect. Right, let's dive out. So that has been an overview of the Pilote low profile or semi-integrated motorhome range for 2026. Altogether 16 different layouts, 12 available on Expression and 4 available on Evidence. We've had a look at 4 of them today. All of those have been the 740 models, so 7 metres 45, but it gives you an idea of the styling. So Evidence at the top there of the trim range, prices around 83,000 for the ones we've seen today. Expression around 75,000 again for the ones we've seen today, although at Cosford they have had other options fitted, that being for example the black cab as I mentioned, the awning, solar and lithium can be added as well. Hopefully you've enjoyed having a look around. I think at the price point, these are particularly good motorhomes. The finish is lovely and the storage is excellent, and all the bits that I'd normally look for have been fitted as well. Let me know what you think in the comments, but for now I'm going to put a link to Cosford in the description, and I'll also put a link to the Pilote website so you can go on the configurator, add all those bits and see where you are as well. So as always, thanks for watching and I'll see you in the next one.